So that's the back of the radio. That's the loom for all your auxiliary video in and outs, audio in and outs, external microphone in. This is the loom that just converts to the OEM connector that's here. There's two different types of connectors these cars use. That's an old one, that's the new one. That's the box that you plug in. It's pre-programmed, and it what does it do? It decodes some of the IRK bus signals off the steering wheel to control things like volume and skip, but that only really works on the default radio and music player apps. So these are the brackets that you put in, the pretty cheap flimsy things that come, you screw them into the original cage mounting points. They stop the radio going too far back, and there's a couple of tapped holes that you can use to fix the radio in place. I'm going to modify those brackets when I'm happy with it all installed. There's little covers there you prise out, you can put bolts in, but it's a reasonable fit. Turn it on and show you what happens. You can change that splash screen and have whatever picture you want, BMW logo or something. So it boots up initially into what's called the car launcher, that is in effect its own kind of app, which you can change. I've changed it to this one, which is a paid for version, because it's considered to be the most customizable, and you can basically add in, there's like shortcuts to apps here. This is the settings for the car launcher, where you can configure the setup, the layout, and then this takes you to basically kind of app home screen, all your apps that you've got installed, including the including base apps are in there. So for example, your radio app, that's like a DVR dash cam app, that's the video player. It comes with Talk, which is an OBD app, and then you can add in ones like I've added in Waze, YouTube. You buy them from the Play Store, you just make an account with Google. TomTom cameras, that's the iBus app, which looks great, but I haven't got the USB interface yet, although it's on order. My lad loves iPlayer, shouldn't have shown him that. Anyway, across the top, this appears to be like Android default stuff. So you got back, that brings up your kind of apps that are already open. This is where you can do nifty things like split screen Waze onto there, and then you can have Spotify over here, which is quite cool. It all works as you'd expect, really. There you go. I'll just kind of buzz through it a bit so you can see. There's some annoying things like the car launcher and radio, and a lot of the other default apps don't support split screen, so that you end up in this kind of like fuckery where you've got this full screen and then Waze over there, and then when you go back to Waze it's then full screen. Oh no, it's split screen. Anyway, it's not always perfect, but I mean, I think that's the price you pay for something that's massively customizable. Volume buttons on the steering wheel bring up this, so you can also, you know, slide it. The clock at the moment is it's picking up internet time and date. Now that is great, but one of my like reservations for changing out the mid was that all the kind of fuel consumption, range, time, date, all that stuff you program off the mid, and then that gets sent over the bus to your instrument cluster. You lose all that. But with the iBus app, which is promising great things, to be honest, how can I make that full screen? Right, okay. The iBus app basically gives you all that ability back and more. So this would obviously all work once we've got the interface working. You get, this is like what you normally have on the mid, the high mid. So you got your timers. I've got a working encoded auxiliary heater, which I can trigger from will be able to trigger from this screen. And then you also get this park distance computer. So like I've got an E90 over there, and that has a similar thing where you kind of get green, amber and red icons showing you as your PDC sensors are sensing things getting close to it. And you can also set that up to come on automatically when you go into reverse, or automatically whenever the PDC is activated by the PDC button down well behind there, that one. So that's going to be pretty cool, I think. And what else? You've got like loads of coding options, so you can code in like on the fly all sorts of like lighting setups, daytime running lights. You can code in like if you want your doors to automatically lock and all that kind of stuff, like what you want to happen when you have your welcome, what's it called, follow home, like when you flash your headlights with the ignition off just as you're getting out. You can set up all sorts up to go that. So that's looking like it's going to be pretty cool. With that, you can there's also a whole other menu for what have I done? There's a whole other menu for what you want to display on your instrument cluster. So you can have fucking loads of stuff come up there, like artist track name. You can have distance when you're reversing, distance your PDCs are sensing, all sorts of stuff. So it's pretty powerful stuff. Anyway, that's enough waffling. So what do you reckon?